Having a positive experience involves recognizing and accepting a negative experience as something that can be viewed positively. Consider the scenario where you have established a goal to achieve success as an entrepreneur. You put in a considerable amount of effort to accomplish this task. However, this commitment also implies that deviating from the goal may result in negative emotions, as you will be keenly aware of the difference between your current position and your desired destination. This gap has the potential to greatly influence your overall well-being and self-esteem. This aligns with Epicurus's insight that to achieve wealth, one should focus not on increasing their riches, but rather on minimizing their desires. The reverse law operates on the principle that increased effort towards achieving a goal can often lead to unexpected negative results or a sense of dissatisfaction, rather than the desired success. It appears to be at odds with the guidance we have been given over the years, which suggests that dedication and perseverance will result in increased success and fulfillment. It is important to recognize that the reverse law indicates there is a threshold to the amount of effort we should invest in reaching a goal. At times, it may be beneficial to take a step back and allow events to progress on their own. It is essential to understand the importance of balance and to identify when too much effort may actually hinder progress. Alan Watts, a British writer, theologian, and speaker, is known for his significant contributions to the dissemination of Eastern philosophy, encompassing Buddhism, Taoism, and Advaita Vedanta to audiences in the Western world. His works have been instrumental in connecting Eastern and Western philosophical traditions and are recognized for their depth and thought-provoking qualities. One of Watts's most notable observations is what we refer to as the reverse law. While the reverse law has its roots in Taoism or Zen Buddhism, Alan articulated it in simpler terms. The harder you attempt to hold on to something, the more elusive it becomes. This law pertains to the utilization of the energy generated by our efforts and concentration. When we cease our efforts, we may find that we attain our desired outcomes. The concept of the reverse law encourages us to delve deeper than just our immediate objectives and reflect on our true desires in life, as well as the reasons behind those desires. This perspective invites us to explore more profound significance and satisfaction instead of simply chasing after material successes. This suggests that we may lack clarity about our true desires as we struggle to articulate them effectively. Thus, the reverse law highlights areas where we might reduce our focus while simultaneously encouraging us to channel our energy towards our true desires. This encourages us to carefully examine our goals and desires, leading to a deeper understanding of what motivates us to pursue them. The principle of the reverse law is a concept that allows us to explore our desires and motivations more deeply. This highlights the significance of focusing our attention inward and thoughtfully reflecting on our deepest desires to achieve a clearer understanding of our genuine needs. This principle invites us to reflect on our motivations for wanting something, consider what we hope to accomplish, and assess whether it is in harmony with our fundamental values and beliefs. By engaging in this process, we can uncover any discrepancies between our outward desires and our underlying needs, which can assist us in making more informed decisions and leading a more satisfying life. Initially, it is important to understand that the relentless pursuit of happiness may actually lead to counterproductive outcomes. This perspective questions the widely held notion that happiness is solely attainable through the achievement of particular objectives. In reality, this ongoing pursuit may result in diminished happiness levels when contrasted with the straightforward approach of releasing expectations and allowing oneself to experience joy without any particular impetus. Secondly, anxiety is mainly caused by our attempts to manage our environment. This tendency frequently results in neglecting the boundaries of our control, leading us to impose our will on both our emotions and the external environment. This method tends to increase our feelings of anxiety. By letting go of control, we can promote self-acceptance and progress toward attaining inner peace. Third, it is important to recognize that focusing on the desire for wealth can actually reduce your sense of abundance. The greater your efforts to attain wealth, the more impoverished you may feel, no matter the actual amount of money in your possession. True wealth is a mindset. When we redirect our attention from seeking love to exploring our own identities, we foster an environment that allows love to naturally come to us. Understanding ourselves and our fundamental values enables us to recognize the particular kind of love that most effectively fulfills our needs and desires. Arthur Schopenhauer, a German philosopher, posited that humans have a tendency to pursue greater satisfaction for their desires, yet he deemed the act of sustaining those desires as irrational. Schopenhauer posited that humans, similar to all other entities in the universe, represent manifestations of the will to live or will. Consequently, we have a natural desire for certain things, stemming from our fundamental instinct to survive, which motivates us to seek fulfillment in different ways. Schopenhauer presents the concept of will as a significant and irrational force, characterized by its lack of purpose and its perpetual nature. This insatiable longing is the root of all human suffering and cannot be eased by worldly pleasures. Schopenhauer suggests that we possess an unhealthy fixation on wanting more than what is necessary, propelled by an ongoing feeling of deficiency. This desire is unquenchable and cannot be completely fulfilled, resulting in a life characterized by dissatisfaction and unease. Schopenhauer posited that the sole means of breaking free from this cycle of suffering is through detachment from the will, which he viewed as the ultimate aim of human existence. The human mind experiences a feeling of deficiency when it perceives the present moment as inadequate or unfinished. This sense of inadequacy motivates individuals to pursue situations they think will lead to increased happiness. However, when individuals reach these circumstances, they frequently discover that they have fallen back into the same state of dissatisfaction they were attempting to overcome. Schopenhauer posits that every intense pleasure is fundamentally a misjudgment and a deception, as no fulfilled desire can yield enduring contentment. To effectively apply the law of reverse effort, it can be beneficial to use affirmations at times. It is essential to understand that if the affirmation does not resonate with your existing beliefs, its effectiveness may be limited. For instance, simply repeating the affirmation, "I am a millionaire, I am a millionaire, I am a millionaire," will not yield results if you do not genuinely believe that you are a millionaire. The conscious mind often puts up resistance to new beliefs, which can prevent them from reaching the subconscious and achieving the intended outcomes. To achieve success at the millionaire level, it is essential to shift your focus from financial outcomes to the processes that lead to that success. It is important to not just concentrate on the final objective, but to consistently ensure that your actions are in harmony with that objective. Each step taken should be viewed as a valuable part of the journey towards achieving it. For example, if your objective is to draw in more customers to your business, you should consider each click on a new web page, each call from a potential customer, or each inquiry from a prospective client as a valuable step toward reaching that objective. By concentrating on these small successes, you prepare your subconscious for growth and abundance, moving away from a fixed mindset of scarcity. Finding the right balance between what you want and what you can envision is essential for reaching the best outcomes. It is important to recognize that an overwhelming emphasis on desire may impede our advancement. Focusing too much on reaching a future goal can sometimes cause us to neglect the importance of using our imagination to visualize the steps needed to get there. When individuals find themselves yearning for something that seems absent in their lives, they often face the challenge of believing that these aspirations can indeed be realized through the power of imagination. It is important to differentiate between merely wanting something and genuinely believing in your capacity to achieve a goal, as this distinction plays a vital role in effectively utilizing the law of reverse effort. It is essential for desire and imagination to work together in harmony. It is important to recognize that while hard work and perseverance in pursuing one's desires are commendable, a lack of belief or the ability to envision oneself achieving the desired outcome can indeed obstruct success. For a positive outcome, it is important for an individual to visualize and believe in the feasibility of their goals. It is important for us to take into account our subconscious mind. Napoleon Hill noted that your subconscious mind functions constantly, both during your waking hours and while you are asleep. In the book, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, Joseph Murphy presents an example concerning walking on a plank of wood laid on the ground. This activity is typically straightforward for many individuals, as there are no significant repercussions for losing balance on the board. In this scenario, the aspiration to walk on the board harmonizes seamlessly with one's imagination, fostering a belief in capability and the visualization of successfully navigating the board. Thus, the task has been completed with ease. Now, let us examine the same wooden board elevated 20 feet in the air, positioned between two walls. The emergence of a consequence factor adds to the complexity of the task at hand. Although the wish to walk on the board may still be present, one can now envision the potential consequences of falling and sustaining an injury. In these situations, you may encounter challenges because the conscious desire to take action can conflict with the imagination and visualization that shape our beliefs and self-images in the subconscious, which influences 95% of our thoughts and actions. It is essential for us to be present, as Buddha highlighted, refrain from dwelling in the past, avoid dreaming of the future, and concentrate your mind on the present moment. Anticipatory anxiety refers to a form of anxiety that arises when individuals encounter unfamiliar or uncertain situations, or when they feel unprepared to manage them. This can result in feelings of stress and worry about what lies ahead. This is an experience that many individuals encounter, and it can indeed pose challenges in terms of management. When we experience anxiety, it can show up in our bodies in various ways. For instance, you might notice symptoms like sweating, trembling, or a faster heartbeat. Negative thoughts, including fear, doubt, or a lack of confidence, can arise from this situation and may worsen feelings of anxiety. Managing anticipatory anxiety often involves the need to release conscious control, a process that can indeed feel quite challenging. It is important to understand that by employing effective strategies like mindfulness, cognitive behavioral therapy, or relaxation techniques, individuals can successfully address anticipatory anxiety and enhance their overall mental well-being. To attain a more effective balance between conscious decision-making and the subconscious, it is beneficial to shift our perspective. Rather than perceiving challenges and obstacles as threats, it is beneficial to view them as opportunities for personal growth and learning. This change in perspective enables us to create the best environment for our intuitive and subconscious processes to influence our actions effectively. With practice, we can develop the ability to make these decisions without conscious thought, resulting in a more instinctive and fluid decision-making process. Consider driving as an illustration. Learning to drive can present challenges and may even feel a bit stressful at times. There is a great deal of information to take in, along with plenty of opportunities for practice. As we practice driving, our brains adapt to the various movements involved. Once we understand the mechanics of driving, we start to perform these actions almost automatically. It is important to understand that while many individuals may engage in conversation, sing, or even multitask while driving, it is crucial to prioritize focusing on the road each time you are behind the wheel. However, let's return to the main point. It is important to recognize that a similar phenomenon can occur when we permit ourselves to enter what is often referred to as a flow state. The flow state refers to a condition where our actions seem to happen effortlessly, as though our bodies are operating on autopilot. Musicians immerse themselves in the music when they play an instrument, and dancers fully engage with their dance moves. This condition frequently pertains to individuals who excel and dedicate significant time to both mental and physical practice in their everyday routines. Examples of this can be seen in the work of painters, the strategies of chess players, and the skills of professional climbers. When we push ourselves too hard in terms of awareness, we can upset this equilibrium and impede our capacity to achieve the flow state. Overthinking can lead to the formation of mental barriers, which may result in self-doubt regarding our actions or an increase in self-criticism. Being overly self-focused can indeed interfere with the natural and instinctive processes that contribute to achieving a state of flow. Thus, relinquishing excessive conscious control is a crucial step in achieving the flow state. In this state, conscious intention can guide our actions while allowing the automatic and intuitive processes to function optimally, enabling us to perform at our best. Consider the insightful words of Seneca. True happiness lies in savoring the present moment without allowing worries about the future to cloud your mind. Keep in mind that the more you attempt to hold on to something, the more likely it is to slip away from you. When we learn to release our need for control and stop fixating on every detail of our lives, we can start to engage fully with the present moment. We now have additional time to concentrate on the important matters. When we learn to live fully in the present, we enhance the quality of our time with loved ones, and our bodies and minds experience greater rest and focus. It is important for us to develop a greater awareness of our thoughts, actions, and the environment that surrounds us. This increased awareness enables us to gain a clearer understanding of our strengths and weaknesses, while also helping us pinpoint areas for improvement. By developing this self-awareness, we can concentrate on establishing and accomplishing our goals, making sure that our choices and actions are in harmony with our vision for the future. By being attentive and aware in our everyday activities, we can gradually build a meaningful and rewarding life for ourselves.